Swadika and good evening and welcome to Thai PBS World Tonight. I'm Nat Bunna.
I'm Frank Kanchi. And today, actually, Ned, we should talk about the issues again. It's about the Thailand and Cambodian tensions because actually we've seen some good improvements since ASEAN Summit 2025. But last week, we saw that tension flare up again.
Exactly, because since the joint declaration was signed, everything seemed to have improved. But since the landmine explosions on last Monday in Sisake province actually overturned the efforts for peace.
Right, and this time, of course, we understand that US President Donald Trump already got involved in these situations to negotiate between Thailand and Cambodia. But this time, I think Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul already had another talk with US President Donald Trump and, of course, Malaysian Prime Minister there, Anwar Ibrahim. It's pretty important because the United States is treating tariff talk with Thailand and Thailand's suspension of joint declaration commitments with Cambodia as separate issues, and they should not be intertwined. And Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul disclosed that Anwar called him last night to inform him of the latest telephone conversation with the United States President Donald Trump over the suspension of tariff talks with Thailand until Thailand has revived the joint declaration with Cambodia. So, Ned, we understand that this is a pretty important move for Thailand and the United States too, because of course, from the inside, from the angle of Prime Minister Anutin, he has to guard Thailand's sovereignty and border security in terms of, as what you said, last week's landmine explosion hurting Thai soldiers there. But US President Donald Trump already got involved again to say that, okay, if Thailand wouldn't follow the joint declaration, he will stop the tariff talks.
Yeah, and the tariff talks have been prioritized by the Thai government as well, because we have been reporting that Thailand wants to reduce the tariffs, even though it has successfully been reduced already, but because of the ongoing border tensions which have erupted, especially last week. Things have overturned.
Right, and actually Anwar also told Anutin that President Trump supports Thailand's demanding efforts for humanitarian reasons and has urged Thailand to carry out the efforts quickly. Regarding the tariff talks, we talk about it, Anwar reported that President Trump promised not to link the tariff issue to the declaration. Anutin also said that he asked Anwar whether he could convey President Trump's promise on social media to inform the Thai public about the U.S. position regarding the two issues. And of course, I think not just the central government, the Commerce Ministry also put efforts to really finalize the tariff talks. So Commerce Minister Supati Sutampan say that Thailand is ready to resume tariff talks with the U.S. and complete them within the set timeline, adding that the Thai government will nonetheless attach utmost importance to defending Thai sovereignty and national security. And she said that Commerce Ministry has stayed up efforts to address the issue of transshipped goods to convince the U.S. government and its private sector of Thailand's transparency and compliance with international standards over this issue.
And previously, Thailand says it is disappointed with the Trump administration's decision to suspend tariff talks with Thailand temporarily until the Thai government promises to revive the joint declaration with Cambodia. Nikonde Plangul, the spokesman for the Thai Foreign Affairs Ministry, said that the U.S. Deputy Trade Representative informed the Thai government about its decision, expressing hope that the Thai government would find a solution to this problem as soon as possible. And the Thai government suspended meeting its commitment under the joint declaration following a landmine explosion on Thai territory in Sisake province, in which 4 Thai soldiers were injured and one of them lost his right leg. And Nikonde also mentioned that Thailand appreciates the U.S.'s attempt attempt to ease border tensions between the two countries, which would pave the way to the restoration of sustainable peace in the region. However, he stressed that Thailand wants the U.S. to separate the tariff and security issues and will continue to resolve the border conflict with Cambodia through bilateral means. He also went on to say that Thailand will continue to hold trade and tariff talks with the U.S. and hopes that both President Trump and Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim will try to convince Cambodia to understand Thailand's position. So this is the latest reaction from the Thai government. But there is one interesting aspect here, Frank, because there are concerns that because of the ongoing border tensions, will this affect the Thai economy, especially when the tariff talks are being discussed here as well. So recently, the spokeswoman of Phumjai Thai Party said that the joint declaration that has been put on halt will not affect the economy. And she also confirms that the tariff talks will go ahead as usual.
So actually, as what you said, I talk about the Commerce Ministry side, the central government, you talk about the Foreign Ministry side. So we understand that both sides, according to Phumjai Thai Party spokesperson and of course the government, that we can separate both issues, but this is how geopolitical and geoeconomic complexity play out in this scenario. As in, of course, President Donald Trump really wants to use this way to pressure both countries, not just Thailand and also Cambodia, to level down the pressure between Thailand and Cambodia, and of course the U.S. tariff talk could go on, but at this point, we still haven't got really clear messages from U.S. President Donald Trump or U.S. Tariff or Commerce Authority there to really hold the talks with Thailand, because the tension here is still ongoing. We haven't seen a stop.
It's not going to stop very easily. And there are reports that the now opposition party, Pheu Thai Party, has criticized the government for the mismanagement and being naive when it comes to diplomatic relations. And this is all because of the ongoing border tensions. And the spokeswoman of the Phumjai Thai Party actually fired back, stating that what Anutin has been doing is to protect the sovereignty of Thailand. And this is actually one of the biggest priorities that Anutin has been emphasizing during the past few months.
And how to find a middle point between, among the players on the table right now. So we have Cambodia, we have Thailand, we have US, we have Malaysia here. So how can Thailand really get benefits on the playboard here? It's quite difficult. And as what you said, according to Pheu Thai Party, Anutin being naive right now, because tariff talk is pretty important, because next year we will see the 4-year enforced with this tariff. Of course, to Thailand is 19% on Thai products to the United States, but we haven't finished that technical levels yet. This could be very dangerous.
Yes, and many countries are actually facing the tariff issue. So this is quite difficult to negotiate at the moment, especially with the onset of the border tensions. And they seem to have intertwined both issues into one. But since we're talking about the tensions between Thailand and Cambodia, there are a few reports this morning, one of them coming from Fresh News Cambodia, which cited credible sources that Thai military forces are preparing coordinated attacks targeting Cambodian positions in 2 areas in Persat province on November 18. So that is tomorrow. So this is coming from Cambodian media. But at the same time, there's also an opinion piece published on Khmer Times, which says that if these reports are verified, Thailand will have breached the joint declaration, which is a peace deal negotiated with the direct involvement of President Donald Trump. It also listed how Thailand's preparation of the attacks violates international law and disrespects Trump's mediation. And as you have been aware, Trump has been very active in urging both sides to stop the escalation. So this was a big thing this morning where Cambodian media has cited that Thailand has prepared coordinated attacks on Cambodia. So it was a big thing this morning. However, later in the day, the Royal Thai Army has debunked the claims on its official Facebook page, urging netizens not to believe in these rumors.
So actually, we have two sides of stories right now. So we understand that from the Thailand side, landmine explosion last week really triggered that tension again between Thailand and Cambodia. But this time, Cambodia say that, okay, tomorrow we will see another attack from Thailand side. But of course, right now, as what you said, the Royal Thai Army already debunked that.
Yeah.
This is how it works in geopolitical world, Ned, as in, of course, accusation, but we need to find fact and truth now.
Yes, and the accusations are everywhere, especially now we're in the age of social media where it is easy to stumble upon a piece of fake news or misinformation. So whenever you come across these issues like these, it's better to check with verified sources or credible news agencies, because nowadays most of the news agencies have this verify section to prove and to debunk some of these fake news and misinformation that have been circulating on social media.
Like a Thai PBS Verify. And as what you said, we have to embrace that misinformation, disinformation, amid tensions between Thailand and Cambodia. And I think we always remember, since we covered this story since April this year, since the tension and conflicts between Thailand and Cambodia really occurred, we have to verify a lot of stories there and here and there. And of course, we understand that right now Thai PBS Verify helped a lot in a way. But this is how each audience member has to take care of what we have absorbed every day.
Exactly. And well, not to mention AI generated content or the reuse of old videos and using new headlines to mislead the public as well, because we have seen some videos where it came from the protests from different countries, but it has been relabeled as the conflicts between Thailand and Cambodia. So nowadays, we have to be very, very careful, not just the audience, but journalists like us as well.
Yes, and everyone, actually, internet, online, offline, we have to, when we read newspaper or news articles online or videos, shorts, we have to double check. Every time. And as what we talk about, Ned, geopolitical tensions with Thailand and Cambodia in between. And right now we have to move to GDP as well, because the economic performance for Thailand somehow, as always we talk about, one of the lowest among ASEAN peers. And right now, Q4, we're about to end this year, and we already have the Q3 data. So the Q3 data told us that right now Thailand, of course, the Q3 will shrink by 0.3% in third quarter of 2025 compared with the previous quarter, according to the National Economic and Social Development Council. And on a year-on-year basis, growth slowed to just 1.2%, down from 2.8% in the second quarter. Wow, that's a lot. And of course, NESDC also gave us the data that we will see Thailand's GDP growth by 2% this year. Of course, we understand that as some of audience would question if, right, this is macroeconomic data rather than micro, because from the micro side, we have the co-payment plus to boost the economy. But for the macro, how does that link to our audience members? They would ask, but this is how macroeconomic works, because this is lagging data, as we always talk about, because we already been through Q3, but we understand that. We always know that inflation, of course, it's not that high, but the living cost is rising.
Household debt as well.
Household debt is rising, as what you said, public debt. We don't have a lot of money and cash in the system. So how does that link with the GDP growth there? Because as I talked to Commerce Ministry there, they talked to us that, of course, right now, the foreign direct investment, the amount is reaching the high and high again. But why right now our GDP is still going down and maintaining at the 2% level rather than 3 or 4%? So we see headline inflation, we see high household debt as what you said. We also see some decline of public debt, reimbursement expenditure, but public debt is still rising here. So net, a lot of data, a lot of headwinds in this year and next year too. As what we talk about, if the tariff talks between Thailand and the United States procrastinated, postponed again, it will really affect Thailand's economic growth next year in 2026. And we already see that 2026 is not bright anymore. So the lowest expectation to 1.2%, median to 1.7%. Of course, we can reach 2.2% if everything is stable in terms of politics too, because we're going to see the election. Yes.
Yes, the elections are coming up, which is expected to take place around late March or early April. So this is going to be tough for Thailand, whether it's the political stability and economic stability as well. And during the past year, we have seen a huge roller coaster in Thai politics, whether it's the ouster of Pathongthach Shinawatra and now the government of Anutin, which has only 4 months in office, and to implement the economic policies, that's a really tough challenge, and they only have 4 months in office. They only focus on the short-term policies, but nothing much on long-term policies. And the concern right now is that if they have implemented the long-term policies, how will this be extended to the new government?
So you have the insights, Ned, as what you said, policy consistency.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, as what you said, we only have 4 months to go, maybe 2 months right now, or less than 2 months. But Kun Supaji or Kun Anutin right now trying so hard to push Thailand to the world and bring Thailand back to the world stage, no matter the long-term policy to balance, for what you said, of course. Free trade agreement with so many countries right now, still in the pipeline, and to help Thailand to connect with new trading partners. But as what you said, would that continue if Kun Anutin was not the prime minister again after the next election? Of course, if he is and Kun Supaji is still the Commerce Minister, the policy will continue. But what if not in the condition in that way?
Exactly, because during past governments, we have noticed that most of the policies are discontinued whenever there are changes in the government. But it might be too early to determine whether the policies will be discontinued or not, because we haven't seen the full performance of the Anutin government, because it's only 3 months in office, I think.
Right.
And we still have a few more.
We still have 1 to 2 months to go.
Yes, exactly.
So as what you said, of course, right now GDP still at 2% for 2025. It is expected, projected, and next year maybe 1.2%, pretty low there. So we might see recession coming, because right now, if just 1% next year, it could be quite devastating for Thailand's economy. So we will see how it goes, Ned.
Exactly, but the figures look very depressing throughout the year already.
Yeah, that's what you said, like Vietnam 6%, Malaysia 4 to 5%, and Thailand 1%.
That's so depressing.
Right.
All right, and that's all for this edition of Thai PBS World Tonight. Join us every Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. on Thai PBS World's Facebook and YouTube Live. You can also follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest stories and analyses about Thailand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ